thought I'd switch up my set today and keep it fresh. Not sure how the lighting will work, but we'll go with it. In any case, I'm all bundled up again, and I've actually had some comments in my privately about what's up with this. And the truth is that I live in a house that's from 1915, and it's forced air, heating, gas, something that Agenda 2030 wants to rip away. It's so loud that I have to turn it off. And of course it's like -20 outside, so it gets a little chilly in here. And I got to keep wrapped up. The beauty of the forced air, of course, is that it heats up the house super, super fast. Like that. Where, you know, the regular electric takes much longer. And of course then geothermal, my parents have that, and that takes days to get it up a few degrees. So another little green fact that we are largely unaware as we bound into this next phase of humanity and the world. And unfortunately, it's not really going where a lot of people think it is. And in fact, they're missing the boat here because the future has been dictated by the United Nations and Agenda 2030. Now, of course, it's Agenda 21. That's where it started. These are stages, okay? Agenda 21 is the agenda for the 21st century, and this is the way the world is going to go. The people that are still thinking in terms of nations, Canada, United States, Australia, France, UK, no. The powers that be are thinking of us as one now, a globe. The borders are a minor inconvenience. And that is something that they are looking to break down, as we can see with you-know-who's response to the coronavirus and exposing Westerners to it, but not Africa or the Americas. I do imagine that was part of the negotiation as to how this all rolled out. In any case, it's time that we stop looking as sovereign nations, because that's just all subterfuge. This is a globe now, and unless we head it off, there's no stopping it. Agenda 2030 seeks to reorganize life as we know it. And of course, in history, we've seen all of these revolutions, the Industrial Revolution and these stages. And it's funny when you get a few years on you that you start to recognize those stages. I look at where I've come from and how quickly, in fact, that everything has changed. For example, it was 1997 when I had 1998 and 99 that I had first access full time to a computer. 1997 was the first time I wrote an email. It was to Woody Harrelson. It took me a whole day. And he came to the show I asked him to come to. And didn't even charge. That was pretty cool. That was a memorable first email. And today, of course, you know, we wouldn't operate without it. Look at the smartphone. I remember when I got the BlackBerry. And of course, I was ahead of the pack. And I was in Italy on holiday. And it was the first time I could really take a holiday with my family for a long period of time, like a month, because I could work every day. I had that BlackBerry, and life changed for me, where I could work wherever. and not miss a beat. And that was only, my gosh, 2003-ish? 4? Not that long ago. Can you imagine life without a smartphone today? And they're going to make it even more intertwined, where banking is all done with that phone, where everything is integrated into a unit. This is a revolution of the technocracy. That is exactly what's happening. And in fact, it's them leading the show. It's becoming less about humanity all the time. And humans are becoming an inconvenience to it all. Robots are set to take something like 60% of the jobs in Germany that relied on skilled labor in the past. This is absolutely significant. What are these people going to do? But moreover, because this plan is being hidden from Canadians, or it's not hidden, it's there, but they just fail to mention it all the time as a factor. You are watching politics. You are watching parties bicker about bullshit because the direction is in the plan. And you need to read through it and see if what your child wants to be when he grows or she grows up is even going to be a possibility. That the career that you were hoping for your child or they were hoping for themselves will not be available or will be redundant in 5 years or 10. You might want to think about these things before you put that significant investment into university. Because none of the politicians are mentioning this plan, they're actually hurting Canadians because we cannot make independent choices. But see, that's all part of the Agenda 2030 plan too. Independence, they don't want that. Independence is, and freedom is a problem for Agenda 2030. Which is why no one ever mentions it, including the PPC and Maxime Bernier. And if I have one more woman off his feed come at me that he didn't know about Agenda 2030, or he thought it was an American plan. Interesting, it's always a woman that comes back with the comments. But they always make him look incompetent. Because any leader knows what this means for Canada. And in fact, many of the People's Party of Canada platforms are actually in alignment with Agenda 2030, which is why no one ever mentions it. Today we have to look at what people aren't mentioning for the key to it all. And the fact is, these parties in Canada and in the United States, the Republicans, the Democrats, the Trudeau Liberals, the Conservatives, the NDP, Greens, PPC, doesn't matter who. There's a plan put out by the United Nations. And that is the master plan. And everyone else is just, all of this drama is just distracting people from asking for the plan. For my American friends, in this election, start asking where that plan is for the United States, because it's seemingly missing. Again, let's look for what they're hiding or what they're just failing to mention, because that's the key in all of it. It's in all of our best interests to understand what future is upon us and what's being decided. And I suspect many of us will not be in agreement with it once we understand and start to read through the subterfuge and the layers that they've created to keep us in line while thinking we are free. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do, and always on Facebook and Instagram. Have a fabulous day.